Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I want to keep it a little bit lighter today, especially as I was just informed on Friday that I was laid off. And I'm trying my best to honestly just finish my last week and keep on top of what I am trying to do, which is daily uploads. So no fancy guide video today. This is going to be my attempt at doing a bit of a more commentary styled video, and so I can hope that you can please forgive me if this is less of what you were really hoping for. I'm sorry, and I do plan to absolutely make more guide content very soon. So I wanted to really talk about a video that I covered recently, which was how the FF14 community, raiding community specifically, is not how this one post really showed. And do I still think it's fake? Yeah, I still think it's fake. That might be just me convincing myself that it's fake because I read the comments and there was some people saying that they have encountered it, and I have encountered a little bit of it, but nowhere near the level that I saw, and that it was just such a small minority of the community, and I stand by that 100%. But I do think that we do have some bad actors. That's one thing that you get when you have a large community with so many players in it, that if we honestly didn't have a few bad actors and people were saying that we didn't have a few bad actors, then honestly they'd probably be either lying or very blessed. And I think that it's important to say positives and say why we enjoy doing something, because I think that it's so easy to gravitate towards the negative. But, and it's a big but, that is not the point of this video. In this video, I want to talk about why I myself raid and what draws me to this style of content, because I definitely do raid and I enjoy it. It's something that has become a part of my routine of playing this game. Let's talk about why I even do it in the first place. If you enjoy my content and want to help support the channel, please consider hitting that like button and annihilating that subscribe button. Because I think that we could like sit around all day long and be like, this is bad. But I think that literally anyone watching that video or anyone that came across that post would say, of course that's bad. It's like saying the sky is blue, or that Lalafell are potatoes, or that 1 + 1 = 2, or that Hrothgar are freaking cool. These are just facts. There's no one really disagreeing. So why do I raid? And this is going to be broken down into a few different points. So firstly, I love people. I'm not going to lie, I am honestly generally more introverted for sure, as I said earlier, but I genuinely love interacting with people, and to me that is really the entire point of this YouTube channel and why I even started it in the first place. Because I love this community, because I love talking about this game, and because I really love playing this game. It has gone through like the years where it's just like this is always a positive for me. It's something that I've come back to even when I go through really bad life experiences, because likewise, since the game was released when I started playing, likewise there's been huge events in my life. Like I've gotten degrees, I've gotten jobs, I've had relationships with ex-partners, I've had some really bad experiences that I might or might not ever talk about on this channel, like really bad experiences. But for the fact of the matter is, I really love this community and I love this game. In terms of raiding, when we really boil it down to its most core aspect, it really truly is just a group of people trying to overcome an obstacle. It's inherently about different people coming together and interacting with each other. Whether it is passing tethers, whether it is trying to not explode balls and chains on Shiva, or whether it's doing a tank swap, shielding up a tank buster, or protecting the party from incredibly painful raid-wide area of effect damage, or just flat out blasting the target into next century, it's all about working together to achieve a goal. And for me, that's fun. I truly do enjoy working with people, and I also like progressing. So little to say on this point, I just really love the chatting and the banter and the making fun of mechanics and the jokes, and sometimes calling mechanics vastly inappropriate names, definitely not appropriate for this channel, or calling like everything on Leviathan Savage water gun. I mean, this is water gun, what's this water gun about? Oh, this is the water gun with the blue or white logo thing. That one in and of itself, the blue or white logo thing, yeah, that was a thing. Or what about the bird poop mechanic for E7S? Or the literal flying balls of pigeons for E7S, where it's just like, oh, should I use flamethrower on these because it'll hit all of them? I mean, it's just something that I like talking about, and it's like the random jokes, the human interaction, the human part of the game really is what pushes the experience past just doing a game and really motivates me to keep going back and clear content week after week. Secondly, I really do love this game. I love each of the different jobs with their own unique playstyles and how you approach a fight. Yes, there are some that I love more than others. True, but you know what? I love playing all of these different styles, and likewise, I leveled all of them to 80 really soon after the expansion launched. And I really do love seeing what I can push and what I can do with a particular job further and further. It's just like, oh, what if I take a bard to do like E7S with the ad phase and then I'm like dotting all of these different ads? Or what about during Shiva's phase when she applies what do you call it, a dispellable debuff onto teammates? Can I like Asuna that off and like take off some pressure? There's just so much that you can do to push the envelope that I really like it, and just with the variety of the content, because we have things like fates, we have world events and blah blah blah, there's just so much to do. But specifically on raiding, these are fights that were intentionally designed to be hard, and a lot of people don't even clear like them at all. And I've been very fortunate to, in the past tiers, get past all the content, and that's always felt like a really monumental achievement to me, because it's just like, okay, we all banded together, we pushed as hard as we could, and we got through them. I think it would be hard to find many people who would outright say that Shiva Savage is easy, or that Titan Savage is easy last tier. I think that would be really hard. I mean, of course you're going to get some that are just like, oh, of course I can do that, I'm doing the ultimate fights. But I think for the most part it is widely considered to be a pretty challenging fight, and in my opinion it really is. It's one where it's just like, it's very easy to mess up like light resplendent mechanic, even if you're following like the Ilya strat, which is one of the most popular strategies that I've seen. It's like if one of those balls hits one of the players with like a chain, it's over. If like one of the chains isn't held in the right position, it does become something that is a little bit painful. But I also love learning those mechanics. Like the game itself throws so many curveballs at you, and learning how to handle them and the array of new mechanics that we've never seen before in past tiers is genuinely fun. Like seeing the birds teleport and seeing which portal lines up here, it's just like, oh, the DPS are all with the like dark debuff, stand in the white pigeon ball that's gonna come right at you, look behind you, see the other color of the portal, then run all the way to the right side of the arena by the boss and stand near that opposite color's portal, then drop your puddles, then come back. It's definitely something that I find really rewarding. But also, the theory crafting is incredibly fun, and we have like Theory Jerks and AckMorning.com that is dedicated all to these theory crafting, like these in-depth equations where they're determining, hey, if you stack like 4,000 tenacity, you're going to be gaining about 11% damage mitigation and damage increase. Or what are you going to get with like 4,000 crit? Or what is going to be the ultimate final damage calculation from that? Or what about damage mitigation? We have such amazing resources out here that it's like learning the theory crafting and how you can optimize your character's gear alone is super rewarding. Let alone the entire point of like things like balanced Discord rotation guides where they share, hey, we should be going through this, or like guide videos like my Summoner Ultimate Guide, which I'm so blessed has been so well received and so well loved. I'm truly honored to be able to have given that to everyone. And it's just like, I love that stuff, just being like, why am I doing this at point X, Y, and Z, and trying to better understand the like intuition behind it, because I really love that. It's just like, as soon as you develop an intuition rather than just push buttons, I think that things start to make a lot more sense, and then you get a real good game flow, a good game sense, and then it all becomes just more like second nature. And I love that. And just even flat out FF logs, which is a highly controversial topic because FF logs was definitely brought up in that last video. I and many other people, most other people that I know, like when I say most, I mean like 98% of people are mostly using FF logs as a tool to grow, to improve. And so we have things like FFXIV analysis where you can like upload stuff and figure out what could you do better, or what did you maybe mess up on. And for me, these tools are tools not meant to punish people, not meant to criticize people, not meant to like get down, but like to help people improve. And for me, I think that one of the biggest things about any game is that, you know what, I don't want to just quickly get to master it. I want some grit, I want some challenge. I don't want to beat it in a day and then just be like, well, now what do I do? I want a little bit of pushback, and I definitely feel that with the difficulty of raiding that I get that. And that's not even mentioning like the ultimate raids where people can progress for literally months on a fight, and then they finally get it, and then they get one of the most cool glamours in the game. And for me, that is one of the most important things. It's just like, you're always learning, you're always growing, it's always going to be something new or diverse thrown at you. And for me, that is what really pushes me and inspires me to keep going and keep raiding, because it's just like, you know what, I want to see where things go. I want to have something that I push up against, that I like smack the wall and I push up against it, and then when I finally overcome it, that really feels good. And I mean, it transcends the loot, because I think a lot of people focus, oh, specifically, I want this item level 505 weapon or what have you. And it's not even about that for me. It's really like the combination of everything that I've said here. It's just like the theory crafting, the improving, the community that we have, like the balanced Discord, we have acmorning.com, we have so many brilliant resources out there that honestly I think that we have one of the strongest communities out there in terms of the raiding scene. And I think that just like the community and just interacting with people and getting through the fights and the jokes and the banter, it is just so incredibly rewarding. Honestly, I believe that. And so why do I raid? Like, without repeating myself, absolutely everything that I've just said. And so I think like we can focus on the negative, and we can focus on the negative all day. I think especially for a lot of people, like myself included, it's really easy to get sucked in and just hyper focus on just like, oh, this went bad, and so, oh my god, this is really horrible and everything's going to translate and brah. Like, I am like the prime candidate to catastrophize if I'm being super honest. It's like, I don't like unpleasant situations, I don't like confrontation like that. I really just want everyone to get along and be happy, and when I see things like that, it really does bug me. But I can't stress enough that it's just like, that's not the majority of raiders. The majority of raiders, they just want to have a good time. Like, it's just like most raid groups that I've been in are not going to say that. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, you only parsed to 50% even though we cleared. They're just going to be like, we got to clear, that's awesome. And they're probably going to make, in my experience, a absolute plethora of vastly inappropriate jokes throughout the entire thing. I mean, just being honest. Anyhow, that is all for this video. And as always, any likes and subscribes are incredibly appreciated. Anyhow, hope to catch you in the next one. Have an awesome day. I think the girls with their nails done now.